So I've made a couple versions of this video and I've deleted them because the first one I was angry. The second one I made fun of the guy. And this one I'm hoping to fix those mistakes and explain why this is a bad idea. You see, I got emailed by how can I say this? I made my email public on YouTube as part of the whole for business inquiries thing. Okay. And as part of that, I have a Firefox Relay email account that people can just email that gets redirected through a bunch of filters and then finally lands in my inbox. And at that point, I can either look at it or I can ignore it, which is what I do most of the time. In this particular case, this guy messaged me trying to drum up work. And basically, he's looking to try to get me to hire him as an SEO expert. The problem is he doesn't look very skilled and he's not showing his value. So there's no reason for me to hire him. And so the big issue here is that he makes the claim that he's a professional digital marketing YouTube expert. And he further says that he has a big digital marketing agency and team, but he's emailing me from a Gmail address. Okay. If you are a real digital marketing person and you are trying to actually make it big in that space, the core requirement is that you have an actual business and that you are above board on everything. And you actively go out of your way to have integrity and to show your business value up front and that you're not a threat. To do that, I need to have a website. I need to have a business I can look up. I need to know where you're incorporated in what state so I can go look up your incorporation documents, find the company, find that they're active in good status, find that they have a legitimate EIN, find your incorporation documents, find you in the incorporation documents, look up your phone number, look up your address, look up your name, and validate that you're who you say you are. And then call you up and say, "Hi, I'm Dwayne. You emailed me. Let's talk." Without that, I'm not going to trust you. Period. Anything other than that is a scam, and I don't want to work with you. Second of all, there's a lot of false claims made here. The video in question was my Road to Whiterun video that I made out of Skyrim, just on a lark, randomly, no big deal. I recorded it because I felt like it, and I just wanted to make sure that the footage was something available to me so I could upload it and then have something to look back later so I could actually check and see what I did and double check and kind of do my own OSINT on it. And so the thing for me is I look at this and I go, well, what is he trying to communicate here? I have a image here, and if I click on it, I get a slightly bigger one, but it doesn't really tell me any information. And unfortunately, the big issue here is that from my perspective, it's actually kind of stupid because none of this is explained. But he's using a lot of fear tactics and propaganda tactics that are clearly designed to try to get me to be scared or to get me to do something like hire him, for example. And so a lot of the claims that are made here are just false. And honestly, there's no call to action on any of this. Your video overview is not optimized perfectly. What do you mean by that? I need a simple English explanation because not optimized is such an ambiguous term, and I need to know what the goal is. Like you're not giving me any data or call to action. And I get that you're trying to keep that information close to the chest so you can provide value, but that also calls out the fact that as soon as I have the information, you have no value. Okay. Your video social engagement up to the mark. No idea what that means. Are you saying that I don't have my socials on my channel? I actually do, so that's a lie. Are you saying that people aren't commenting and subscribing on it? Well, how would you know that? You don't have access to those metrics. And as far as the comments go, I'm okay with that. Like I get a low volume of comments and I have filtering on excessively high to make sure I deal with the spam. I don't care. Videos have no SEO friendly title optimization. That's actually a lie. It's below the 500 character mark, which Google itself and the RFCs all say to do. So if you mean something else, you're going to have to explain that because right now it sounds to me like you're lying to me. Same with your videos have no SEO friendly description optimization. Same thing. I have a description. It's small. It's succinct. It's exactly what the RFCs describe. It's exactly what I need. And so, from my perspective, there's nothing here. There's no call to action. There's no data that I'm being given that can tell me otherwise. And so there's no value that you're providing. Your videos have no high volume ranked tags according to your niche. That is false. This is a Skyrim video. I have Skyrim tagged in there. That is a high volume niche tag. And guess what? YouTube actually goes out of their way to tell people on the account submittal page when you upload a video and you're detailing you're actually editing your details for your video, that adding tags doesn't really do much for helping with search because they extract all that data from the video itself. And so having the extra tags and stuff can actually be harmful because that's what Google says. And so either Google is committing fraud, which I doubt because that's pretty big, or this guy's just trying to lie to me and get me to be worried about FOMO with fear of missing out. And I think that's probably more likely, to be honest. Overall, your video SEO score is not the mark. First of all, there is no such thing as a video SEO score. There is no industry-wide score or anything that Google provides. And so as a result of that, this is just manipulation. He's probably talking about some third-party score thing that he didn't even design, that he's probably just using automation to detect a low score on and trying to say that, the video is bad because of that, which is hilarious because from my perspective, I don't know anything about this and I don't care because from my perspective, unless you're willing to actually tell me how you're scoring and give me the math behind it, then it's not interesting to me. This is just a Skyrim video. I don't care. If you can fix these problems, your channel will grow very fast and your videos will become more views. Okay. I don't care about views. Okay. That's something you have to understand is I am not a YouTuber that cares about views and I don't care about my subscriber account either. I love you guys. I want more people to subscribe and I want more views. Yes. But I don't want views for views' sake and I don't want subscribers for subscribers' sake. What I'm trying to do is build an actual community of people that can, have fun together, understand concepts together, learn together, and most importantly, grow together. It's not about views for me. Views are a secondary characteristic of the success that I'm trying to build for myself and other people. And so if you come at me and tell me that I'm going to get more views, I'm going to shrug my shoulders and go, so I don't get anything out of the views. My channel isn't even optimized, isn't even monetized because I can't get it monetized for some reason. I think it's because of the fact that my ex-girlfriend used to have a channel that used my address at one point. And no matter what I do, I have not been able to get monetization enabled. And that sucks for me. But it's something I've dealt with and I've accepted. And I've accepted that the YouTube channel will never make me a single cent. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm more interested in the people and the connections that I can make out of it. And so I don't really care, don't really understand his motivation here. But the fact that he's trying to say that he has a big digital marketing agency when he clearly doesn't, and he's calling me from an email, he's emailing me from a Gmail, is throwing me off and making me think that this guy has bad intentions. He's making me think that he's lying to me and that he might want to hurt me. And so as a result of that, I'm pushing back because my spidey sense is tingling and making me think, oh no, this is just a guy trying to use something to destroy my ability. And the fact is, it kind of sounds like he's trying to get access to my account here. And so I would never give anybody access to my account because that's against the rules of Google. That's against the rules of YouTube. And if somebody contacts you and messages you and tries to get access to your account under the guise of SEO optimization, they're trying to scam you. They're trying to steal your account, and you should never do that ever. It's always a scam every single time. This guy also, look at this. The grammar on this makes me think that they are in India based on the use of grammar and the inflexive context and the forced lack of verbs sounds like an overcorrection to me. One of the things that I've learned about working with people in India is because the Hindi language and the many different languages in the different states are very action and verb oriented. And so, as an overcorrection of that, when somebody from that region tries to learn English, they end up trying to remove all the verbs from their speech, but they do it too much. And so, when I get this, after my work, I will submit all of my work proof to you so that you can judge my work quality. That is basically saying I will do a bunch of stuff and then I'll send you a document dump, and it doesn't matter if you think it's good or not. That's what I read from that. My portfolio provides you, period. That's it. Nothing. Your portfolio provides me nothing. And even you say that. But I actually understand some Spanish. Me habla poquito español. And I spoke French for a number of years, including in Canada and in Africa. And so, parlez-vous français? And so, as a result of that, I look at this grammar, and it's clearly not either one of those. It reminds me more of northeastern, eastern India, maybe extreme southern China, to be honest. And so as a result of that, I just I don't trust this at all, because neither one of those states are under any legal obligation to treat me well. And so as a result of that, I just won't interact with them. Um, be very pleasurable for me if I can work with you. Oh, I'm sure it would be. If you can grow my channel, yeah. If you want, you can give me this work of Fiverr. Okay, so not even the correct grammar for asking to be paid via Fiverr. But the thing here is, I would never use Fiverr anyway because it's a huge tax liability. And from an accounting and financial perspective, that website is verboten. I would never use it. It's not something that I would ever use for anything because I don't trust it, and nobody I know trusts it. It's unfortunate, but it has too many problems, and it's way too easy to get scammed on it. And so, as a result of that, I don't use that side of the website because it's only used by scammers like this. And so, if somebody comes to me and they want to legitimately work with my channel, or they legitimately want me to help me be successful, great. Comment in, put yourself in the comments. Tell me what this guy is talking about, what he did wrong, what he didn't explain correctly. I want to hear it. But I'm not going to reply to this guy either, because he's kind of unsafe to talk to based on all the false claims that he's made here and the things he's said about being this big guy who clearly can't even afford his own website. So there's that.